guys. Welcome to the Sister Wives Podcast. This is episode 13, and today Sean and I are going to be talking about money hacks, and the first one is going to be tithing.
This will be a money hacks series, so tithing is the first one, and this is our first video.
Yay! So, Sean, why do you think tithing is important? Or do you think tithing is important?
I have not decided yet. So we read a book called 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. It was recommended to us through a coaching program that we're in. And basically the first law is tithing. It tells you to tithe. And I'm not a religious person, so it's hard for me to figure out who to tithe to. So do I tithe? Yes. And we'll get into who we tithe to if we are not religious later on. So are you tithing still? I've been tithing. I haven't tithed on my last income check I got.
Oh. So first you're going to start trying to point fingers and then you admit, oh,
it was Friday. Today's Sunday.
Okay. Well, you usually tithe day of.
You can't tithe off business days.
Anyway, so I know that tithing does have a very strong, religious connection to it, or people think that if I'm not religious then I don't need to tithe, blah, blah, blah. But in the book it discusses that sort of thing, that tithing isn't, exclusive to Christians, or I don't know if any other religion does tithe or not.
They do.
Okay.
How do you keep churches running? Tithing.
Stop. But anyway, sorry, those were bumps. She talks about how tithing is important because it's kind of like your way of giving back to the universe if you're not religious of any kind, because the universe will take its cut, I guess, kind of, whether you like it or not. So sometimes it'll show up in forms of doctor's appointments or surprise bills that you didn't think would come up, a roof.
Car repairs.
Yeah, car repairs, a roof that needs to be replaced, anything like that. So she says, tithe, because give before it can just take it away from you without being prepared. So we don't tithe to a church, and we both tithe to separate
Yeah, we tithe to our own things.
Yeah.
The reason is because you have to tithe where you get your spiritual food from, is how the book lays it out, and where she gets her spiritual food is not where I get mine. And so yeah, we tithe separately. We don't go in together, we just do it on our own.
Yeah. So what I tithe to is, although we tithe separately, we tithe to pretty similar things. So I tithe to my sister Murray's, her Sudbury school, because it's, a startup and just kind of getting its feet off the ground, and it just really, what they stand for and what they're doing for kids really just speaks to me, and it makes me teary-eyed when I think about it and talk about it with people and try to explain it. So that is what I tithe to, and I guess I tithe every time I get any sort of income. So, my paycheck, or if I just found $20 on the floor, I would tithe that to them as well.
What if you found $20 in the laundry?
I'll tithe that too, because
what if I've already tithed on it?
The more the merrier. As she says in that book, you can never tithe too much.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started this literally
December.
Yeah, it hasn't been long.
We started a coaching program beginning of December. We read the book before Christmas, and we started right before Christmas.
Yeah, so we haven't tithed a ton, but A, we're already seeing results from it, and B, I just feel lighter. I just feel happier, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you even feel that way, but I do.
I feel lighter in the pockets.
Shut up. And another thing is, since we are getting started, Sean is very analytical, as he explained in a different podcast, how he keeps track of everything. He tracks all of our money. He tracks literally how much weight he lifts at the gym. He tracks everything. So for him to give away money, it like pains him. And so tithing is 10% technically, but what are you tithing? What are you tithing right now?
First of all, the reason it's hard for me to look at tithing as something that's beneficial is because you don't get immediate results. If you go spend money on anything else, for instance, utilities, you get water, you get shut off if you don't pay it. You get your electricity. You go to a retail store, you buy clothes, you get a dopamine effect from buying clothes. I don't really get anything for tithing, per se, that you can see or that's tangible. So what we're trying to do is tithe for 6 months, see if it benefits us, and it's questionable right now. We believe that it is benefiting us, but we're still having hiccups where money's being taken away from us, like she mentioned, by the universe. We had a furnace go out in one of our properties, and so that's going to cost $3,000. So yeah, the universe got it. How much I tithe? Go ahead.
And I think the universe is still taking because someone's not tithing the 10%.
How much did I tithe? I think I tithe about 2%.
Oh, so the universe is taking the rest of that. I wonder why.
For the past 2 months.
Yeah. Interesting concept, isn't it?
Well, I struggle with it so much that we argued about it for about a week. She's like, just tithe, Sean. Just try it. I'm like, I can't figure out what's spiritual.
He's like holding on to his money.
So we came to an agreement that I would just do 1% extra each month. And so I'm on second month and I'm on 2%. And yeah, it's probably still not enough. But we still do see results. She does. How much do you do?
I do the full 10% every time.
She's good about it.
Yeah. Leap of faith. But trying to figure out, like, if you're not religious, like, what to tithe to, it can be very difficult and strange because you don't really think a ton about where do I get my spiritual food, or like what even is spiritual food. And the book goes into this whole long thing about how charity is not tithing and how you shouldn't, like, don't give to need if for tithing, which was very odd to me because I'd never, like, that was like my default thinking about it. I was like, oh, you know, if we're not going to tithe to a church, then a charity that we both care a lot about would be a good option. But for some reason, I don't know, she just made it sound like that was just absolutely do not do that. She was like, if you give to me, then you will need later on. I don't know. How did she explain it?
I think that's how she explained it. What I wanted to do, I get my spiritual food from entrepreneurship, like learning and just growing in that kind of mindset. So I wanted to go to a Tony Robbins event, and Tony Robbins helps people. So I said, well, I get my spiritual food from Tony Robbins. That's the things that, like, I believe in and I enjoy. And I was like, well, can I just pay for a weekend seminar and spend my 10% on that? Or can I go to a house flipping seminar or something like that? And apparently that's not allowed because it still benefits you. And you have to give to something that's not beneficial to you. And the whole idea is, like, you can't. So if you give an organization, the one I give to, you can select radio buttons to figure out which one, where your money is going to go. And the idea behind the book is that you don't know where your money is going. So you don't have a say in what people do with your money. You just have faith in that they're going to do something good with it.
Yeah. And
obviously you go through a good organization that's going to do something good with it. But the idea is that you have no idea. It's all faith, and that you're just giving to a need, and that you have no idea where it's going.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
It is. It's hard to just kind of let go and let it be. And just let it be. Yeah. Like, hey, I really hope that you're going... I really hope that you're going to use this money to its, like, best potential, because I'm really trusting you on this, because I could definitely use this money, but here, take this extra $30, $40, $100, $300 or whatever. So so then our next thing was, how has it changed us or affected our lives thus far?
Well, let's see. The weekend we got back from Christmas is when we started that Christmas break. So the weekend we got back from it, we decided to start looking for a new place to live and actually start pursuing going out and applying to places to live to, because we're renting while we're in Atlanta. We'll get into that whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Why are we renting but buying rental properties? But back to this, we're renting, and we want to live close to my work. So we found apartments that are brand new. They're $1,400 a month minimum.
Like for the smallest one bedroom is 14. Anyway.
So that Friday before I started tithing, and then that Monday we were going to go look, and I started asking people. I actually asked one person in my company, what do you think about these apartments? They're like, well, they're kind of expensive. Go check out these other ones that are across the road. Well, I thought the other ones across the road were the same apartments. So I went over there, and it's $400 a month cheaper to live there. And they're only 2 years old.
Yeah, and the biggest, we got like the second biggest like one bedroom like square footage. So it was like 800-ish square feet. And the 800 square feet at the other place across the street was like nearly $2,000 a month.
Yeah,
and then
I think it was 1,800,
yeah.
Something stupid.
And then ours is only 11.
Yeah.
And so this apartment is literally walking distance from Sean's work. So he won't have to use his car anymore to go to work. And where we're living right now is with Aunt Pat and Uncle John, which some of you know our thing with them. But they live probably about 35 minutes from work.
Yep.
Right now. So currently it's probably like a tank of gas every week and a half or something like that.
Probably more than that. I have a truck.
Yeah, exactly. So we're about to go from paying for gas like $40-50 for gas every week to him barely.
Yeah, I can bike to work now.
Yeah.
Because it's like a quarter mile away.
Yeah, like I could literally walk there and not break a sweat. So
we have gas savings, maintenance savings on our vehicle. If we wanted to, we could get rid of her vehicle and only use mine. We save probably $500 a month on everything for living expenses. So just tithing one time and then presenting that information. Like, we tell people that we do it because we try things that we read in books and we tell people. So we started telling people, and I feel like it just gave back.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And the funny thing is that when we were about to go look at the $1,400 apartment place, Sean was like, hey, let's try to get an appointment to tour it today at lunch. So I spent like all morning trying to get in contact with these people, and I'm like calling them nonstop and like sending them emails. I'm like, hey, is anyone there? Like, it's not like a holiday or anything, so I don't understand why no one's answering the phone, whatever. And the whole system is just very wonky and weird. But we ended up just going by there just to go check it out, just in case, at lunch, just to be like, hey, maybe they'll just be at the office. So we go in, and we try to open the front door to their little clubhouse area where the offices are, and it's locked, but the sign on the outside of the door says, like, we're here, come on in, or something like that. And we're like, well, obviously not. And so we're like, fine, we'll just go to the place across the street. So we go over there, and they immediately are just so helpful, so nice, and they tell us like all the random crap that comes with living with them. Like, you get free complimentary breakfast 3 times a week. They do your laundry and like wash and fold it for you. Like, what even is this?
I don't need a wife anymore.
Anyway. But like, they just have all these like really cool random thing, and it's just so much cheaper. And like the entire time I'm just sitting there and I'm like, wow, we tithed once and this is what, you know, came back in return. It was like,
yep. So we tithe again this past, I get paid bi-weekly. We paid again, or tithe again 2 weeks later, and then we get hit with a $3,000 furnace bill. So we're still testing it out. We're still playing it by ear and trying it, but
I think we all know what Sean's action steps need to be. But anyway, money hack number 1 is that you need to tithe. At least try it out, because, I mean, why not? Like, even if it saves you a little bit of money, I feel like it's worth it.
The return on investment from tithing.
So
the
far.
first one. Oh, we didn't even tell them what we were tithing. Oh, I was tithing too. So return on investment for us has been great so far. If you look at it as tithing was a result of the apartment living situation. I tithe to a school called Whatever It Takes. It's a entrepreneurship school for high school kids. It gives them college credits, and they get to go out. They're tasked within groups and teams to go out to local businesses in Texas and other states, and they go to these businesses, figure out what problems the business is having, and they come up with solutions to the business, and they have to go present it and do iterations on that. And then they're just problem solving, learning entrepreneurship and how to be more beneficial to society. So that's what I love, so I tithe to that.
It speaks to his soul.
Speaks to my soul.
But yeah, so we will link to both of the places that we tithe to on the blog, so
and the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity.
Yes, because literally that book changed our lives. And I mean, even if you're not religious at all, like, just read it. Please just read it, because
I'm not religious at all.
Yeah.
We're kind of forced to read it.
Right. But I'm so glad that we did. And it kind of ties in with The Go-Giver, which I mentioned like a couple podcasts ago. So read both of those books. I swear they will change everything about the way you look at life, and just, I feel like a happier person now that I've read those 2 books. So yeah, this is Money Hack number 1. We'll be posting, I think, 4 more after this.
We'll see.
Yeah, stay tuned. And then you can go to our blog to get the free download of, I guess, just like a little reiteration of what we talked about, what we tithe to, and like how to decide what you need to tithe to. But okay.